Nice. Hey guys, welcome back to Cory Builds. Today, we're going to see if we can bring this 1983 John Deere 116 lawn tractor back from the dead. Exactly sure how long this thing has been sitting for. As far as I know, it doesn't run. I got it for $50, which is a deal of the century, even if it doesn't run. Let's take a little bit of a look at this engine and look around the lawnmower and see how it's looking. Now, overall, it's not in too bad a shape. You got some patina there, but none of this is cracked. I guess that's metal and this is fiberglass or plastic, whatever it is. None of this is cracked. This is all in good shape. Nothing's rusted through. A little bit of surface rust everywhere. Not too bad. See about the hitch back there. I don't know what all these bolt holes are for. I'm assuming for different hitches and stuff. Now, I see a PTO switch on this thing, which I think is on the front somewhere. I don't know. I'm not sure how the PTO works on these. But it's got PTO. Choke. We'll leave that there. It's got some sort of parking brake lever. I read all these instructions down here. And we have a key for it. That's a little swimming pool for the kids. Tires look half decent. I don't know. I don't know what the blades look like. We'll figure that out. See if it cuts grass. Now, I don't think that's supposed to be off. That's how I got it, apparently. It gives us a good opportunity to... Ooh. We are a couple minutes into this video and I already have a not good. That is tight. That, oh, I got a little bit of rotation. That should spin easily by hand. And I don't know about you, but I wouldn't consider that. It spins. Well, I guess that's the first thing we're going to take a look at. Maybe that's all fiberglass. I think it is. Has JK written on the front and on the inside of it. The wiring's good. I wonder if that battery's got any juice in it. Let's see. Can we get anything? I hear electronics. What is that? Sounds like we have an electric fuel pump. Does it spin? Now, it spun that even though it's as tight as it is. That battery might have good juice in it. I probably got sold this for 50 bucks because it's got a bad motor. Let's see if we can get something. I don't think I have that size socket on me right now. I'm a little limited on tools at the new house right now, so I'm going to see what I got that I can grab onto that and spin it. Okay, I got some channel locks. Let's see if maybe we can free this up. That is surprisingly tight. Ignore any random noises you hear. I have chickens, and they don't really have a mute button. I'll just hope they stay decently quiet. Wow. I don't know. It spins, but not easy. Look what our oil looks like. Ooh. It might be hard to pick up on camera. There are some sparklies in there. That's the forbidden glitter. We do not want that. I'm gonna pop the spark plugs out and see if this is easier to spin over after that. Actually, it looks like it ran half decent last time it did run. That one's pretty good too. No rust. I forgot to tell you guys, this is a Briggs & Stratton opposed twin, so it's like a boxer engine. Obviously by the 116, this is a 16 horsepower. So this is a Briggs & Stratton opposed 16 horse. It is a large, heavy engine for such a little lawnmower. But they are reliable, so someone must have had to try if they blew this up. Let's see without the plugs in it if it spins better. Oh, that didn't change at all. The only difference is we don't have compression to fight now. Let's see if we can loosen it up at all. That feels like somebody must have wiped the bearings in this thing. Someone probably ran it for 10 years, forgot to top off the oil, blew it up, then put oil in it hoping to save it, because that oil was really clean if you didn't notice. And I don't think it worked. The fuel also smells really old. I can smell it from here. See how much that's struggling to spin that. We're going to see if we can get a little extra juice to this battery. I have no idea if this here battery has any juice in it at all. It's been sitting in a hay pile for a year now. See if that makes a difference. Well, it's running pretty quick. It is a little freer now. It ain't exactly perfect. Let's put the plugs back in and give it a shot. See if it'll spin with the plugs in it now. Please. Nope. Tell you what, I might have to go search around for a new engine for this thing. Before I do that, why don't we poke around a little more? So, newer-ish battery, I guess. That is very tight. I don't know if there's some numbers for the Briggs & Stratton. I don't know if there's any John Deere numbers or where they'd be located on this mower. Oh, I wonder what this smells like. Kind of smells like rubbing alcohol. Ooh, I never noticed this. 5 gears. And a reverse. Be like a race car. Let's see if we can get a peek under. Oh, there's a blade right there. Spin backwards for me. That's pretty sharp. That's actually really sharp. They spin together. Should be, yeah, there's 3 blades on this thing. I think this is the 42-inch deck. He's had like a 36-inch and then a 42-inch deck. I think this is the 42-inch. My screwdriver. You can see someone deleted the seat safety at some point. John Deere's normally come, you have to sit on the seat to actually be able to turn the engine over. So someone did a deletus on that. Got this new seat in. Oh, let's see. Interesting. I'm gonna look up these numbers while I'm looking for a new engine and see if this is actually an 83 like I was told it was. Some of you are probably looking at this right now and telling me, nope, not an 83. I don't know, maybe that 87 right there stands for the year. Maybe it's an 87. I didn't think they made these past 85 though. I could be wrong. Alright, let me go see if I can magically YouTube source an engine for this thing. Probably be like 17 hours for me, but it'll be like 30 seconds for you. Be right back. It's actually the same day. I found this nearby. It is an 18 horsepower engine. That's a 16. I'm told this one runs. It spins freely, a lot easier than that one, so I think it will run. So now I just need to do some unbolting and then rebolting of putting that there. Sounds like fun. This also has a new carb on it, which hopefully works properly because it looks like a Chinese carb. I guess we'll find that out when we get there. I'm close to having this engine off. My camera died and I didn't know, so I have no footage of it. But yeah, this is about 30 seconds away from pulling the engine off. I just have to unplug the wiring and take the choke and throttle cable off and the fuel line, and then it's ready. Let's see if it'll come on now. There it is. And engine removal. Now I can take that engine and put it right there. Alright, I think the next thing we got to do, we got to change out this oil rod because the normal one comes out and does a little twisty twist. This one don't do that. Should be as simple as just taking this one off, dropping it on the ground. We're going to throw some Teflon on here to make sure we don't end up with any leaks. Motor might already leak because it's all wet, but the less leakage the better. Alright, I think, in theory, we should be good to run now. I just got finished getting all the wiring hooked up. Got the fuel line hooked up, got the throttle choke hooked up. So, we can't run it long because I have the heat shields off, which kind of direct the flow of air over the engine. I swapped the other starter on here, so that should turn this thing over pretty good. I hooked the generator up how I think it should be hooked up, because this generator has an AC and DC voltage out, whereas the other one only had a DC voltage out. So I'm hoping that it doesn't need anything else hooked up in line, that it's just the DC voltage out hooked up to the DC wire for this. The AC was for headlights, which this doesn't have, so that should hook up and work just fine. And that DC is just going to charge our battery here, so we're going to give it a shot, see if it'll crank over. Let's see, hopefully it just fires right up. Turn the key on, we should get some fuel pump prime. See fuel. Need one spark bolts. Alright, spin it, see what happens. Well, it definitely spins over. Way better than it did before. Good sign, I think. I don't know if we have spark. We can check that quick. Yep, we definitely have spark. So there must be either missing fuel or this carb isn't adjusted properly. So let's try pulling the choke out. Hopefully that works. I have no muffler on this thing right now, so it might be a little loud. We'll shut it back off though, once it starts making noise. Let's try that again. Alright, let's get the muffler on it. It should be good to run. Should be good to fire it up. See, it's a little smoky. The exhaust is coming out right there. bit of an exhaust leak, but not too bad. The blades want to turn on. Pop that off and look in there. They don't sound very happy. Should just be a couple bolts. We'll pull that cover off and see if there's something going on in there, because it's like a grinding sound. Maybe we got a bad pulley. We might still be able to mow with it, but at least we'll know we need to replace it. And it actually shuts back off. I gotta put the 2 screws in to hold that in place. Yeah, let's pull the bolts out to hold this cover in place and see what that grinding noise was. Got a lot of debris down here. Pulleys look to be in good shape. I don't know what that noise was. Alright, let's see if this thing will mow for us. See if it'll start back up first. Alright, I got the mower out. I'm going to see if I can start mowing this area with it. I ran the thing out of fuel. There wasn't much in it to begin with, but you can see the high grass, and it's cutting perfect. I mean, it's noisy. I think I need to get some grease on all those pulleys, but just this side normally takes me like half hour to cut, 10 minutes, maybe less than that, and it's perfect. I gotta come through and weed back around some stuff, but that's gonna save me all the time having an actual riding mower. I'm gonna finish up mowing everything else, and then we'll get back and see how it's doing. Well, it did its job. It just barely fits in my shed. This opening is 48 inches wide, and this is a 46-inch deck. So, well, actually, I don't know if that counts as extra or what, because it's got a 46-inch deck on it. I don't know, I didn't measure it. Maybe it's wider than 48 inches. Either way, that just barely clears that as it comes in. But it fits. Did a great job mowing. Now I guess my next video will be a teardown on this thing. See what's wrong with it. That should be a fun one. Give you guys a bonus here. See if my chickens laid me any eggs today. Well, I see 2 in there. There should be 3. You gonna come lay me an egg? 2 fresh eggs. Alright guys, that's it for this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Go buy some shirts and some stickers. And I'll see you in the next video.